to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians tried to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe's inability to keep quiet alerted a nearby militia force to their presence. New rogue Dell and Tyler hid in the forest, only to be torn apart by demonic imps, and Shadow Nemesis was destroyed by the Gravewalker even after giving up his friends. Awakening once more at the start of the same day, the group was ready to apply what they'd learned, so they proceeded to kill the green-skinned general, revive him, then kill him again. Dell brought Tyler up to speed on the plan to impersonate the general, and they all made their way towards Nicholas Church. Will they be able to maintain their ruse long enough to figure out what's going on in this realm? I doubt it.
Time.
All right, hello friends, and welcome to this week's episodes of Jesters of Ravenloft. Before we kick off, though, I will do a quick recap of everything that has been happening up to this recording if you have never seen nor heard Jesters of Ravenloft. Good luck remembering all this, says the guy who can barely remember it. Our four heroes were three members of the sketch troupe Wet Change and their stage manager. They were performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival when they were sucked through a wall of mist into Ravenloft, the spooky D&D universe, where they discovered they had been accidentally summoned by Ezra, god of the mists, to help Ezra escape. Ezra had been trying to summon super brave heroes who feared no failure and ended up with improv comedians and their stage manager. They all trained in traditional D&D classes. Tyler trains as a blade singer. He is now an ass-kicking wizard. Dell is a bard, a visual bard specifically, with amazing abilities there. And she also found a demon girlfriend, so she's trained as a warlock too. She's got a little bit of everything going on, having a nice time up in this realm. Adam trained as a barbarian. He's getting angry and channeling that anger into violence against others. You know, how we all hope we will do in our lives. And last but not least, there's Guy Bradford, who trained as a cleric. He's also dead. So everybody kind of got some gifts and some curses. He died, came back with no memories. He's got spectral limbs from his elbows to his hands and his knees to his feet. He is now a cleric of Ezra, god of the mist, helping to protect his friends, along with the goat that the mist gave him, Jack Magnum, the only thing he can touch with his spectral limbs that doesn't die. Tyler, he's green. He's got horns. He's got a pinky he can remove and do magical things with. He hasn't done that in a bit, but he can anytime that he wants. You can't stop him. And he is the one who can speak with Ezra. Dell can talk with ghosts. She can make herself bleed to make it happen even more intensely. And she always has a little bit of wind in her hair and a little bit of that flashing light behind her eyes that dogs get when they look into a camera at night. But for her, it's always. And then, I don't want to say changing the most because Guy died, but certainly changing a lot is Adam, who became Shadow Nemesis. He has a symbiote inside his head named Shadow Master that is kind of his Venom-style companion. And he has become a Saturday morning cartoon villain, obsessed with power and taking everything he can. He also collects minions as he goes. The one that has stuck with him through 3 different realms now, dying in most of those realms, and in every case, at Adam's direct order, is the Dr. Deputy, an evil kind of Ewok Jawa old man murder figure who follows Adam around and does what he says because he loves the Black Knight, the mantle that Adam claimed the first time he put on his helm and accepted his symbiote. Our heroes defeated their first realm. They battled the Dark Lord. It was overcome by Shadow Nemesis, who became the Dark Lord and discovered that turns the realm into a personalized hell for the hero or villain who is the Dark Lord, before making their way to their second realm, where they battled their way through. And in that case, New Rogue defeated the Dark Lord and became the Dark Lord, also trapped in his own personal hell, before they traveled to this third realm. Our heroes have discovered that, as far as they can tell, it's a bit of a Groundhog Day situation. The first group show up where we had 3 of our heroes arrive without Tyler for the first time. They traveled through the realm, met some people. Adam was Shadow Nemesis was beaten to death by a bunch of elderly gnomes with weapons after he murdered a blacksmith, ate his brains, and fed his body into a fire, while Dell and New Rogue were murdered by sentient scarecrows. Then the entire party worked together, where Shadow Nemesis was murdered by the same townsfolk when he picked a fight the moment he arrived. And then everyone went on to learn about the battlefield between this ongoing battle between the Gravewalker, a big spooky villain, and Prince Auric Bright Eyes, who is leading the forces of good against him, or that is what they have heard so far. Only After his death, Shadow Nemesis was determined that he could scout the battlefield, only to find his soul torn apart by the Gravewalker, dying twice in the same day, and the rest of his compatriots were murdered brutally by imps after dodging some guards outside of the battle. They are returning now into their third day, where they again saw the greenskin general who stomped past them the previous 2 days. The first day, dying due to an allergy to sunfruit. The second day, he was saved from sunfruit, then went on to unsuccessfully attempt to murder an elderly gnome, where they both died. And then this time, in a just inter-party conflict of motive and decision-making, New Rogue tried to save the general. Del shot the general in the head. New Rogue revivified the general. Shadow Nemesis jammed sunfruit down the general's throat, killing him again, and then smashed his head into goo. And then our party moved forwards, setting off on a brand new day, where Del suggested to Tyler that he should lie and say he is the general. Tyler wasn't sure if that was the right move, but he was reassured by New Rogue that, the town, whatever, there's a small business folk, they're honest, and a white lie is the best lie. And Rumpleforeskin told New Rogue that he was getting comfortable with lying, which seemed to be against his own best interests, and walked off before New Rogue pointed out, kind of to himself, that everyone else was killing people, which was a pretty valid point, but made to no one. And Shadow Nemesis is having a breakdown, having died 3 times and trying to figure out what is going on. That is where we left things off. Do any of you players have any continuity questions about anything in world that happened previously, just so we can make sure we're all on the same page?
No, I don't think so. We all have our stuff still, so.
Yeah. I stole Nick Church's shoes. Do I still have his shoes?
That's an on-air question, because that if you don't know, then the listeners don't know. So we'll check that one.
Thickens. Okay, all right.
You mentioned to me from a wizard perspective that the start of this new day was an opportunity to change spells. Would you like to know what those are as a DM, or just do you want me to surprise you with whatever I pick?
You are good with whatever you want to prepare. I don't need to know that.
All right.
I'll say that now. Watch it bite me in my magical ass. No. I'm very excited to see whatever you do with the spells that you've chosen. If you want to say that so listeners can look for them, then that would be something we could do on air.
Sure.
But at a time where you feel it's appropriate, if you think that's worth sharing.
Okay.
All righty. If everyone is ready, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Tyler, you are the first person to break through the woods into the open. You are seeing with the sun rising behind you. Sunlight passes across the cornfield surrounding this small village in front of you. It looks quite nice. And you see, as you step out onto a beaten dirt path, a gnome. A middle-aged gnome, about 3.5 feet tall. He's wearing a simple smock. His hair is slicked back, and he is walking along going, ooh, ah. And when you look down, you see he does not have shoes on, but he is walking down this dirt path, continuing his journey. And next to him is a badger that seems to just be walking amiably along. And this man looks up at you and says, "Oh, hail and well met, friends. What brings you to these here parts?" "I'm just walking my badger before returning to my inn." "I mean, you're welcome to join me and learn about the area and what's going on. It's a dangerous time in these parts."
Oh, yeah? I think I've heard about that. I'm the general. I'm the general.
Oh, I mean, you're certainly, you're tall, you got the horns, you got the I'm so sorry, I didn't even realize. And the rest of you come out of the woods. And he looks over your companions and says, a knight captain with a striking steed, a court jester who must be doing announcements. He's got the shiny armor and he looks long-winded. And then the priest with the... Wait, you don't have the icon of Ravenloft, do you? And where's... You've got a sword, but that can't be the famed Reaper's Scream.
Hark, fellow, the icon has been taken by orc thieves, and they reside in the deep caves. Yep. I know that because of God.
Can you roll me a deception with advantage?
It begins.
First roll of the night, baby.
I should be good at deception. Right? Oh God. Yes.
Maybe.
That's an 18.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
I mean, those the stone breakers, they've been causing a real problem around these here parts. I'm so sorry that has befallen you. What happened to your sword, General?
I think the same. I think the same thing happened. I'm looking at the rest of the group. If I remember correctly, I walked out of those trees and I said something about how I can't believe, oh man, my sword got taken. You remember me saying that when I said that?
Yeah.
What did I say about that? Was it
Del, can you roll me a history check?
It's a 10.
Yes, that you don't really remember specifically. Shadow
I'm
Nemesis,
nodding.
can you roll
I'm
me
nodding anyway.
History?
Yep, can you roll me a history? And New Road, can you roll me a history?
Woof, that's a -1. All right.
shit?
Yeah, I'm busy talking with Dr. Deputy like, as we walk up and like telling him things. I rolled a total of 3.
Yep, nope, you're no help.
I'm a 16.
16. New Rogue, you remember that the previous general, it stands out to you because he said a demonic gorilla stole his sword.
Yes, a demonic gorilla of the demon variety stole the sword, and we have to get it back.
Yep, that's it's got to be Rage Narok. He's a real problem out there in the Beast Woods. Well, I'm so sorry, but I mean, I don't want to be too forward here. I mean, General, if you didn't have such a clearly trustworthy priest on your side, I might not have even believed you with the equipment missing. But I mean, are you here to fight with the Grave Walker, or are you here to join Prince Auric Bright Eyes? Because we know you've got invitations from both.
Yes, I have those. I have this one here, and I produced the invitation that I think Dell conjured for me, which I think is an invitation from Prince Bright Eyes.
Yep. Dell, can you roll me either a deception or a sleight of hand?
Okay. It is deception, and it is 21.
Ooh.
Oh, yep. You got one. You must have got one from the prince too, right? You're not just here coming to work for the Grave Walker, because I'm sure he's offering you a lot, but the prince will offer you even more. We really need to help against the whole undead army. It's a real problem, and we'll give you whatever you want if you please just don't join the Grave Walker.
Okay, great. How about what did you guys cockatrices and
All right.
That's it, I think, or did you guys want something else?
No, Mr. Church, I would be fine to ride your proudest, oldest, sweetest cockatrice there is. Let me just check in with my god of the mists, Ezra. Yes, Westra, I believe her name is. There's a lady named Angelina, I believe you know, but she's on a farmstead and there are evil scarecrows. It's very dangerous over there. So I would not make my way over there unless we go there first to vanquish these scarecrows. Right, everybody?
And you'll go with. I'll ride with you. I don't own the cockatrices, but I can make that happen for you. Especially if we're going to go help Angelina. I don't know, but I don't want to take you away from the battle. But like, maybe we could squeeze it in real quick. I've been worried about her.
Right? Could you tell me? Yeah. Sorry.
Who is she to you?
She's a friend.
Friend.
She and her husband, they live a ways out of town. I haven't heard from her in a while. I've been real concerned, real concerned, Mr. General.
Right, yeah, and we would do this. He looks to the group again, because this is something that's come up before. It's like, we would go out there and do this and fight lethal, razor sharp scarecrows that can maybe petrify us. We would do that because
Ezra apparently has been sending word from the gods. This is important. I did not know
why
scarecrows
on the winds of the mist
was a danger.
Yeah. Yep.
And we're good folk like you, a small business owner.
Yes, all of us are quite good. In fact, I couldn't help but notice that you don't have any shoes on your feet.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. I woke up without them this morning. I don't know what happened, but I didn't want to not walk Ripple Furskin because he's got to get out there or he gets antsy.
Well, wouldn't you know it, just by sheer coincidence, when me and my lovely companion, Dr. Deputy, were walking through the forest, and I pull out the shoes from my bag, we just happened to stumble upon these. These don't happen to be your shoes, are they?
Can you roll me a deception?
Oh, like with advantage? He doesn't know I stole his shoes.
He knows his shoes were missing.
He knows what his
come
shoes
on.
look like.
What's with this friggin' town? God.
Maybe you need to vocalize a little more lead up.
What's my deception?
Might these be your shoes?
Deception, eh? All right. Well, that is a total of 14.
Well, I can't believe it. This is so embarrassing. I must have lost them in the woods. Thank you so much for finding my shoes, friend.
No problem.
Those are your exact shoes. Great.
Yes. Just remember to tell everyone in town that Shadow Nemesis is a friend of everyone. Here you go, I say, and give him the shoes.
I'll absolutely spread the word. Shadow Nemesis, the court jester of the famous general. Kind man.
Well,
he finds your shoes if you leave them in the woods. He'll help you find your knickknacks. He's just generally helpful around the house and around the village.
yes,
But
just, I'm not a jester.
You
though.
did
That
a
is
great job,
slight-
Court Jester. Yeah.
you can stop talking now, Court Jester.
Oh, well, that's just my job at being the court jester. Woohoo, tiddlywink, and I click my heels and stomp away.
I like the tiddlywink part. All right, so you guys are going to help Angelina. I'll go sort out the cockatrices. It's just the blacksmith. Come with me. And he puts his shoes on and he's like, "Whew, I can move faster now." He starts leading you in a
They
hurry.
look great
towards the
on
village.
you.
Hey, so what's up with the scarecrows? Why would they be, doing the things that it sounds like they're doing?
I mean, that I have no idea. It's just a farm away from the village. Angelina and her husband, they're just decent folk. I mean, she's decent. He's fine. But she's decent folk. And I don't know what would be going on with that farm to make all this happen.
Would there happen to be any secret path to get into the inside of either Angelina's barn or homestead that might be able to circumvent the scarecrows?
When you say secret paths, what kind of secret paths are you talking about?
I'm wondering, maybe is there perhaps an extended tunnel that leads to their cellar? Is there a cave that leads to their house? Is there
And
any
the mist
way?
swirls up around you. Can you roll me a d6?
Is this for tunnels? You mean this one here to pop up? Hey.
That's a 6.
Ooh.
I mean, when you first said it, I thought it was insane, but now that I think about it, there is part of their well attached to just a tunnel that goes out to the old creek. It's a little bit further out. If you make your way around the farm, you get to the creek and then you could go in through the tunnel. Take you into their well right at the center of the property.
And that's away from any of the corn and the scarecrows, yeah?
Well, I mean, it's taking you into the middle of the farm, which is right in the middle of all the corn, but it would take you under the corn, so you wouldn't have to go through it.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much. That's incredibly helpful. You're a very kind young businessman.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Should I call you priest? Should I call you cleric? What should I call you?
My name's New Rogue. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Church.
Well, thank you, Mr. New Rogue. All right, just a second. He stops outside the blacksmithy. You've seen buttermilk biscuits with Gregornant man sitting out front, smoking a pipe, just ignoring everything. You see the rest of downtown. It's all very calm, very pastoral. And he goes inside the blacksmithy, leaving you to have a brief moment out front all together without him present. Is there anything you say to each other? Is there anything going on out here?
Can we trade? Can I not be the jester? Can New Rogue be the jester? I can be a priest.
Why
don't we just trade?
What if I told you about Jester's privilege? Do you know what that is?
Jester's privilege? No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jester's privilege is the jester gets to say whatever he wants, and the king can't do anything to him, or no one can do anything to him because he's a jester, because he's a fool. So nothing that he says matters. But that means that he gets to say whatever he feels like.
Wait a minute. Does that make you the king?
I'm the general. So in this metaphor, there is no king.
So I can tell you whatever I want to say to you. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, and I won't get mad or strike you down or anything like that. You're the jester. If you say
So Uncle
weird,
Tyler's in charge. That makes sense to me.
No, listen, I explained this to you. I'm
Yeah,
in
you
charge
said you're
of
in
you.
charge of me, but we're going to do what everyone else says because they're in charge. But from what I know from the Dr. Deputy School of Learning,
That's not
you
fair.
got to have someone who's dominant. And it
Listen.
ain't you no more. So which one of you is dominant?
No, hey, hold on a minute.
Bell.
It is
What?
It is a filter system. You are below everyone, and they listen. I listen to them, and then you
Yeah, so
listen
you're below
only
them.
to me.
No, they get to overrule you because they're the one who's really in charge. So it's Dell. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Okay,
Del.
Dell, what are we going to do?
Hey, Del. Is she wearing her little whole bib?
My scarf.
Your scarf? Yeah.
Yeah.
Called a scarf. Hey, can I see that scarf for a second?
Bib. I don't know why that just hit.
Shadow Nemesis, are you going to try to put Dr. Deputy in there?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but it would be a joke because I'm the jester. It would be. We can even make a big show of it.
All right. If I'm
like
in
you
charge,
don't.
Dr. Deputy,
Yeah.
don't antagonize Shadow Nemesis. Stop it.
Yeah. See, don't
Don't
antagonize me.
What's antagonize?
He doesn't know what antagonizing is.
Don't be a
Anger,
jerk.
get a rise out of, make fun of,
Just-
verbally
gets mad so
defecate
easy.
on.
He gets mad at nothing.
I know. You gotta
Gets mad at
be
everything.
the bigger
Turns to anger.
person. You gotta be the bigger person, you know.
I'm belittle. He's
I know,
bigger than
but
me.
Emotionally, okay?
So I get angrier than him, and then I'm the bigger person emotionally, and then he has to do what I say.
Give me the scarf. Give me the scarf. Just
I
give
look
me
at
the scarf.
Tyler, I'm like, I don't know how he does this. I don't-
Okay.
Well, if I could not be a jester, I could deal with it. But let's just put him in the scarf for now, and then
He
we
will
can.
die in the scarf.
No,
you want to
he's
lose him
fine.
again?
What? Hey, you can. You're like me, right? You don't need to breathe, right? Right, Doctor Deputy.
You both need to breathe.
Of course I
Please
do.
understand that you both
All
need
right.
oxygen.
Yeah,
Fine,
I'm
just-
not a doll anymore.
Okay, just be good. Okay, just be. See how I was being polite? Just be polite to everybody. All right.
Okay.
Be a gentleman.
Can I not be the jester? Do I get a privilege? Everyone has to cater to my feelings.
No,
I'm him
you are
now.
Doctor Deputy. I'm the jester, and you work for the jester.
Yep, and the jester works for Dale.
Yep. So you work for me. Clear as day. There we go.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all I wanted.
Okay, great.
The front door opens and Nicholas Philip Church walks back out. All right, I can take you around back and we'll get you your cockatrices. So
I'm just like pinching.
Come with me. Come with me.
Just pinching the bridge of my nose because I had like real tactical shit to talk to the group about. It's just like the window is closed. And just like, yeah, show us these birds. Cool.
Yep.
You are led around back of the blacksmith shop. You find a selection of birds. There are the ones that you have seen before. Obviously, Dell, you aren't participating in this because you've got Rumple Foreskin that you can ride with. New Rogue, you find Westra. There is the same moment of spiritual connection. You are able to easily ride without threat and without problem. Shadow Nemesis. You previously went for Big Birdie, aka Deathstalker, the giant bully bird who was bullying Jackson Triggs in a corner. Is that who you are looking for this time?
Well, yeah, we had a connection, right? So I'll say yeah, but I'll be smart and I will like keep my distance and not just jump on and.
Great. Big Birdie is let out for you. Jackson Triggs is led out for the Dr. Deputy. Or Tyler, would you want to claim Jackson Triggs you dealt with previously, or do you want to go through the rest of the herd? There are 10 birds in this pen, so 2 of them have been spoken for.
I don't think I'm aware that Jackson Triggs was Dr. Deputies before. So I think I would start to motion towards him and be like, hiss. But if Dr. Deputy gets up in there, then that's fine.
The moment you say hiss, Jackson Triggs genuflects to you and is immediately obedient to you. Between the hiss and the horns, you have found the pattern that guarantees success.
Oh, okay, great.
Wait, not. Oh.
What?
Dr. Deputy looks at the other group of birds.
Well, what? What's the matter?
Oh,
I'm picking birds a second.
Okay.
can I just
That
whisper
one.
to Tyler, like in our first go, Jackson Triggs there was his, but he's being a jerk, so you can take his bird.
Dr. Deputy, do you want this one?
Don't give it to him. He needs to be taught a lesson.
I'll take that one.
He points at a bird and the bird gets brought over to him by Nicholas, who says, yes, this is Piss E. Kermit. That's one of the more mid-range birds, just Pissy Kermit.
Pissy
here
Kermit
to-
looks very nice for you, Dr. Deputy. What do you say?
Don't bite me, bird.
I need an animal handling from Dr. Deputy. And what is your plan to approach Big Birdie, Shadow Nemesis?
Okay, first of all, is that blacksmith around? Is he hanging around or is he in there?
Inside the store. He has not come out.
Okay, good. Because I have that cool helmet and I don't want him walking out and being like, that's mine. And then I have to fight the whole village again. So I'm going to like kind of discreetly pull the helmet out of my bag and just be like, hey, big birdie, if you team with me, I'll let you do all kinds of evil things and you get this helmet that looks super cool. What do you say?
Can you roll me an animal handling with advantage?
Oh, there we go. +3, okay.
Big birdie.
21 total. Oh no, did he roll better? With a 48, he eats you.
21 total is pretty good.
No.
But with
Incredible.
the 22, Big Birdie lashes out with her beak to attack you. We'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
being nice. Danger sense, danger sense, danger sense, danger sense, danger sense.
That applies to saving throws, but it does not help you when something is actively attacking you.
Oh.
You should
But
have
with a
leveraged danger
nat
sense.
1,
Yeah, that's right. That's right, bird.
Oh,
Trying to be nice.
man.
Big Birdie lashes forwards, and you catch her head directly inside that helmet and twist it to the side. What threatening or evilly inspiring thing do you say to win her over?
So many swear words just popped into well, listen to me, okay? I gotta listen. You gotta listen to me. I've done this before, okay? We've been a team. We've been pals. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can beat up that bird. You can beat up any bird you want. You can eat people. Just be my bird. Wear this helmet, and I'll change your name to Death Stalker or Death Dealer or Thundercat's Hoe. Whatever the fuck you want. Just do what I say, please.
It's like vaguely Doc Brown affectation.
There was like some Doc Brown and then Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And the coach from Rocky.
Yes, I was very much hearing the coach.
I was in pictures.
Meredith Burgess.
And Big Birdie slowly nods in your hands, blinking and looking at you knowingly.
All right. And then since I'm the jester, I'm just like, oh, Clue, what a silly thing that happened. And I want to get on the bird.
You climb onto the bird. What name are you choosing for this vicious but now loyal mount.
What name do I give the bird?
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm like supposed to be a jester, I'm not going to give it like some super evil name. I'm gonna say like, all right, off we go, big birdie. That's not your name. I'll give you a cooler name when we're out of town, okay? Yes, big birdie. Death Stalker, how about Death Stalker? Let's go, okay? Yeah. That's pretty good. All right.
You are ready to ride forwards. New rogue, you also mount up easily, and the Dr. Deputy, with a shockingly good roll, after saying, "Don't peck me, bird," jumps on, and it seems to work. He's the bird whisperer. Nicholas Philip Church is jumping onto a bird that you all hear him call Hester Joe Hosenpfeffer. And you are ready as a group to set out from this town towards Angelina's farm, which is a ways to the east. You have a significant amount of time to trot along on these cockatrices or rumple foreskin during this journey. If there is any conversation you want to have, Nicholas is very happily and very politely riding a little bit further out in front to let you talk amongst yourselves, because he knows he doesn't know you too well. And your best guess is he's trying to really win you over and get the general and band on side with the townsfolk and the prince.
I'm just
If
going
there's any, I don't know, tactical information you want to discuss, this might be a good time.
Yeah, I just want to first say, before we get into that, I just want to say, I think this plan we're doing right now of just skirting the truth ever so slightly is in everybody's best interest. So congratulations, everybody. I think we're doing it. We're going to save the day.
Yeah, you're really good at lying now there, new rogue. I'm very impressed.
Okay. Whatever you want to believe.
You sure you don't be like Shadow Rogue again? Remember that? Do you remember? Remember when you were Shadow Rogue?
Tyler.
Yeah, no, this is working well. It's working well so far. You're right, New Rogue. We're doing a good job. Everyone's doing good.
Honestly, New Rogue, I think you're correct. I think this is a really good plan. I mean that legitimately. I think you're giving good advice. And Shadow Nemesis, I think you're kind of being an asshole.
No. See, I'm being nice. All I was doing was reminiscing, and memories aren't bad things. Rumple foreskin.
I'm not the king. I will kick you off that bird.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to that guy up there, and I want to ride up to Nicholas Church.
Tyler, what tactics did you want to talk about? Because you looks like you have resting tactics face.
I do. I guess more just questions like why are we doing this, New Rogue? Why did you want to do this? Isn't this how you two died, facing down these scarecrows?
Yes, but now we have a leg up because we can anticipate what's going to happen. But also, I think if we do a good deed, the first thing we really heard was to accomplish this good deed for an innocent. Who knows? Maybe this is the first step on our way to figuring out this realm.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So can you two walk me through how this worked for you last time? I mean, how it didn't work for you last time, so we can figure out what to learn from that?
I mean, pretty much all we did was play I Spy for like a couple hours and then saw a bunch of corn, walked into it, got stabbed to death. So that's about all we know on that front.
Yeah, and they
the corn.
But they paralyzed us with just fearful eyes. I got more scared than I've ever been scared before.
Yeah, so rumple foreskin too.
You looked them in the eyes and they scared you? And you stopped moving, or?
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like petrified, Tyler.
Oh, okay, so we don't look the scarecrows in the eyes then, as I understand it. And then we're
I think actually it was like they seem to just like look at us and they kind of lock on. But if I remember correctly, at the start of combat, I think they just froze me, and then they froze Westra, and then they came in and attacked, and then I think I was about to shake it off. Once they were all engaged, but then we ran out of time and died horribly.
Yeah. So they locked down the rumple foreskin. If I say mounts, is that derogatory to you? I don't want to.
I was being ridden at that time. I can be a mount. It's a choice.
Okay, because it seems like if it was Westra at the time, you could have gotten these two out of there really fast. Yeah. It seems like maybe these scarecrows maybe think like tactically, like implying like there's intelligence, which is
I would say
horrifying.
malevolent intelligence feels very accurate.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so these are not like crazy random beasts then, or like just animated objects doing whatever. They will work together in concert, so we have to do the same, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they don't seem to understand English. I thought they would because they looked human, but they don't. So if you have any spells that require them to understand what you're saying, good luck, buddy. Try something else.
I'm gonna try to hit him with my sword.
Yeah, that's
That makes
good.
sense.
That's
That
good,
works.
Tyler.
Hit him
Yeah.
with magic.
Yeah.
I recommend it. It sounds
aside-
like you guys do the same. So
Yeah, aside from the whole like this farm thing, which I agree, Tyler, we don't know what we're getting out of this, but it's fine. And now we can figure it out. But the other two things, the sword and the icon, I mean, maybe if we're able to just get it, even if we get it and then die, like with the shoes thing, as long as we have it, we'll
like
just
we
have
can-
it again.
keep it.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
with whatever that Gravewalker guy can do, we're
I
not.
don't want to go over there.
That's what I'm saying. We're not cut out to face him. Rats turned into demons and shredded us to pieces. Before we could do anything.
Yeah, and he ate Adam's soul, so
So we need to get stronger, tougher. So I guess
New
if there's
rogue,
special
can you roll
equipment.
me either a wisdom saving throw or a history to try to remember something from your horrible death the day before?
Yeah, sure. My history, my wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yep.
That is a 20.
ooh.
20.
Yeah.
You remember very distinctly as this conversation comes back up that all of the flying demonic imps were chanting the word betrayed as they attacked you and tore you apart at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
It's almost as if someone must have told them your location.
Hey, wait a second. When we were attacked, and consumed, they were saying betrayed, but
Yep.
hey, wait a second. We were all together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shadow
how would they
Nemesis
know?
betrayed us? Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She's a betrayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, but he
So-
was like nothing at that point, right?
So yeah, I was thinking about that too. He either tried to negotiate and it didn't work out, or maybe when this guy eats a ghost, he knows what the ghost knows. I don't know.
It's probably the first one, though. The first
Sing-songy,
option.
betrayed, you've been betrayed.
Yeah.
Leads me to believe he gave us up.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I
roll
want to
anything?
bring it up
Like-
because I don't need
I
him
think they-
on his. Sorry, go ahead, Rumple.
No, it's okay. We got a lot to share. If you remember, they also referenced Dark Lords, which I don't think any of the locals are aware of up to this point. So that'd be the
Oh.
information probably had to get given up, you know?
Oh,
Right. So we said we were not from this realm. We're becoming Dark Lords, passing through. Great,
Right.
fine.
Oh, like you mean like everything?
When we came back, he went nuts and climbed up a tree. Like someone put the scare on him like I've
Right.
never seen
I mean,
before.
he is
so-
sort of being nice, actually.
yeah.
See,
So I
For
also
him,
didn't want
you
to.
know, for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real scared.
Says the doctor deputy who's riding a bird with your group, having not followed him forward.
Yeah.
wow. You're writing really well, by the way.
Were you a ghost, Dr. Deputy? When you died, did anything happen? Did you see other ghost things, or do you just remember waking up this morning?
I mean, there was like black and gray, and I was by myself, and then there was no one to kill, and then there was a light in the distance, but I do not like the light. I like the darkness, but I also like being in charge, so I had a brief moment of being my own boss, only everything was boring and bad, so I don't think I should be in charge anymore. I don't know. It was very scary, and I didn't like it, and now I'm back, and I like back a lot better.
Okay, well, we're going to try not to get you killed.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Wait, there was a light in the distance?
Yeah, there's two. There's one that was up high and one that was down low, and then they kept moving real fast, and then I was by myself for so long.
I'm guessing that's maybe what Shadow Nemesis was talking about with you and the other light, the other, I guess, the
Right.
Gravewalker.
Yeah, I guess to ghosts I appear as some kind of light, which I mean makes sense because they're drawn in and then sometimes they scream at me. So if they're confused
you're the
or
light?
alone or whatever. Yeah.
You're the you're the boss though, so that's okay. I can go to the light then if I die, and then I can be a ghost with the boss.
Yeah, and then
And I will
I
not
can
be alone forever.
right. Yeah. So if that happens again, hopefully not. But then you can help me out as a ghost.
Be careful which light you go to. Del is the good light. The other light will eat you, and you will be dead even as a ghost. It seems like.
And that's why Shadow Nemesis was so scared.
Yeah. So be careful.
I gotta only go to the good light, not the bad light. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, how many scarecrows were you two dealing with?
How many were Ryan? How many were there?
Both roll me a history.
19.
Yep, I'm a dirty 20.
Oh shit!
Coming back to us.
Exactly 6. You remember that you two both fought off 4 while 2 of them had petrified your mounts, and then those 2 joined the fray. So there were 6 scarecrows.
Half a dozen.
Okay.
Yep.
And they employed paralyzing magic, and then they came in close and cut you up, right? That was it?
And they were really scary when they came in close.
Oh yeah,
They were scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
very scary.
Like scary, like because you died? Like I totally get that. Or scary, like there's like maybe something more to it.
Something more. Something definitely more.
Yeah, it felt really icky,
man.
like extra weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
we
if somebody
stay
was
far
smiling
away.
and blood was coming out of their eyes, and they smelled most foul, and they had long nails with like flesh under them. That kind of scary.
Ugh. Yeah. No, I mean, New Rogue's right. That's how it was.
Okay.
I honestly, I thought about maybe just setting the whole cornfield on fire, but then I thought, that might piss off the people at the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or kill them.
Yeah.
Really don't want to do this. Let's go and see what happens.
Yeah.
Remember, work together, help each other. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try and get up close. I got some spells that kind of help now with that sort of thing. I'm trying to be stronger and better, but I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I haven't really tested any of this stuff out now. There's just knowledge that I have that I didn't have before that I'm going to try to apply.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect. I think that's, at least we're trying something and not just pissing each other off and dying right away.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Shadow Nemesis. Hey, Shadow Nemesis.
I'm up front.
I know. Can you hear me? Are you telling me that you're up front? Because I can see you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you come back?
Far away.
We got to talk about.
I'm having a great conversation over here. Asshole, I'm the jester. I can say that.
Yep, I know. I told you that you could.
Yep.
We're talking about scarecrows. You want to know about how we're going to fight them, or you just want to do your own thing, man?
What's Nicholas Church say about this? Are we having a good conversation?
We'll find out after this break. Moments before Shadow Nemesis, you ride ahead of the group, meeting Nicholas Philip Church, who is riding a cockatrice of his own up at the front. He looks back at you and says, "Well met, friend."
Oh, on your left. I mean, you're right. Ha ha. Tee-hee. It's Shadow Nemesis.
I mean, I didn't understand the joke, but the tee-hee, it worked for me.
Ah, yes. Perfect. So tell me a little bit of, and I kind of like look back at the group because they're like being jerks. And I'm just like, so tell me a little bit about your friend that we're going to go meet.
Well, Angelina, she's a heck of a lady, runs her own farm. She's got a husband that she married, and that's what got her out of town.
What you do with
husband?
You marry him. Hot dog. Anyway, go on.
I mean, again, the joke, I didn't think it was that good, but the hot dog, like you got some mean sound effects on you.
Oh, why, thank you. Go on.
Yeah, so she married this stinker named Ted, and it just He's got a vibe on him, and I don't care for it. So
A stinker.
he's out there.
You. Hot dog.
Going back to the hot dog well already.
Yeah, I like a comedian who leads on a quick callback. Plus hot dogs, just funny name for a funny item. So yeah, no, she's been running the farm. I try to go out and visit when I can because I know Ted can be a bit much. So I go to visit, and then she's been there, but then like she stopped coming into town, and I don't know what's going on. It was just in the last couple of days. She normally swings through because she needs supplies, and she'll say hi to me and the other folk in town and at the bar. But just with the battle coming up, there was nobody to spare to go out and see what's going on. That's why I'm so pleased, chuffed, honestly, that you and your friends are willing to do this. The general taking a break to come out and check a farm of a friend of mine, make sure she's okay. It means a lot, sir.
Oh,
it means
yeah.
a lot.
No, that general sure is something. Yeah, but Shadow Nemesis is just a helpful guy. Just like I gave you your shoes, remember? It's super helpful. Hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, I like the jokes. I like the jokes a lot. I mean, so what is it that drew you to serve this general so loyally? What is it that made him stand out as the kind of man that you would die for? Because I've heard about your band. I've heard about your band, that all of you had your lives saved, that he changed things for you, that you will just battle to the ends of the earth and back for a man as noble as the general. How did you fall into his service?
Well, you may have noticed that I am missing a hand. No joke. Check it out. Look.
Oh, wow.
See that? Yeah, that's a real thing. That's not fake. That hand's not there. So I was a simple jester in a town called Wrightington. And in that town, I ran the local jester club where all the jesters would go and train and become jesters to be sent out to various places.
So you're a bard.
Huh?
So you're a bard. The bard of comedy.
Oh,
Jests of puns.
Who told you? Ha ha ha, hot dog. Anyway, so I did that, what you said. And then one day, a fire beast came. And we all came out and tried to be friendly because that's just who we are. Naturally, we're friendly. And he just destroyed each and every one of us. And I put out a hand of friendship to try to shake its hand. And hey, look, boom, hand gone. But then, like a gleaming light around the corner came our dear beloved general. And you know how he took out the fire beast?
I do not, sir.
Oh, well, let me tell you, he marched right up to it, and he used one of his spells where he can, like, duplicate himself. There's, like, 3 of them, and he surrounded him. And he just went like, wah, 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 and just, he spun his sword so fast that it blew out the fire beast. And then I said, sir, with tears in my eyes, I will follow you till the ends of the earth and be your jester and be fun and speak honestly when need be.
That's a hell of a story. Can you roll me either a deception or a performance with advantage?
Oh,
You are really missing your hand. That is real.
That is, yeah. I'll
That's
say
no optical
performance.
illusion.
I'll say that's more of a performance I'm giving. Okay. I mean, yeah. All right, so that's a total of 22.
Yes.
I've never heard a more relatable story in my life. No wonder you're following that general. No wonder you've got all this going on. Just, it's good to know. It's good
The fact
to know
that it's true makes it relatable.
Absolutely. Cut me to the quick. I feel kinship with you, sir.
Well, that's great. You know, I feel a bond as well.
We're brothers in loss to war, to monsters coming to our land. And we're both going to be saved by that general because we're not strong enough to save ourselves. And it takes real strength to be able to admit that kind of weakness. For you to admit that says a lot about your humility. It says a lot about who you are, who you want to be.
Oh, yeah.
Another soft, kind, mirthful man
Just a
struggling
soft,
in this world.
Yeah, like a soft-boiled egg. You just look at me the wrong way, I'll just spill my eggy yolk everywhere.
I thought maybe when I saw your armor, it was one of those things that was like, this man's got some power. This man's here to fight. This man's here to go to war. And now I know that it's just like a tin can containing, the soft sliced peaches. Helps to last through the season. But there ain't nothing in there but just a beating heart and a whole lot of love.
Yes. Well, I mean, to be fair, the armor is very great, but I am, like you said, just a big old.
The general must be pretty generous to have made it for you. Like he's everything you've got, you owe to him. I mean, that's a heck of a thing to owe that kind of debt. I don't know if I could stand it. I don't know. I feel like I got to go my own way sometimes, but you're an admirable servant.
Yeah, I don't know if I can stand it. Hot dog!
Hot dog. And that's the point where Tyler yells to you.
Shadow Nemesis.
Hey, asshole!
You want to come back here, or are you having a good chat up there?
My master beckons. I suppose I better just kind of backwards trot that way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Don't you waste a second. You better be the best servant you can be.
Yep. Well, toodaloo and all that. Bye. Woohoo.
Toodaloo, he says to himself as he keeps trotting away. You rejoin your friends.
Yeah, what?
Hey, so I hear tell there's about 6 of these scarecrow things for us to deal with. They are apparently horrifying, terrifying. They'll paralyze you from far away so that you don't move, while they can close the distance and cut you up into little teeny tiny pieces. Mm-hmm. I would have said yesterday, as in the last time we did today, that nothing scares you, thinking that would be an asset in this fight, but you were pretty shook coming into this morning. Are you up for this scary scarecrow fight, or what?
Well, I mean, understandably, I was a little taken aback when my soul was ripped apart, but, no, I smashed ahead and, violated a corpse, so I, kind of over it a little bit.
You haven't really talked to us about the soul ripping thing. What's the Grave Walker like, buddy?
Okay? Well, I mean, to be honest, there's not much to tell. I investigated the light. I was captured and
captured how?
As a ghost.
Well, he kind of just summoned me and grabbed me by the throat so I couldn't speak, and then he just sliced me up and slurped me up, I'm assuming.
Oh my god.
Oh, you didn't get any time to say anything to him while he was holding you by the neck?
I was saying things like because he was choking me.
Right.
Okay.
Weren't divulging any secrets.
What sold this up? What are you talking about?
We can leave
Shadow
it at
I'm a
that.
traitor.
Shadow Nemesis, can you roll me a deception with advantage?
Okay, all right. That's a +6. Ooh, all right, well, 16.
You all hear this story, and it's reasonably convincing for Shadow Nemesis. However, you all know it's not true. So this is just a sign of how good a liar he can be under pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll need your liar's tongue in the future, so just keep up the good work, okay, Shadow Nemesis?
Well, you seem to be having enough liar's tongue for the both of us.
Children.
Yes, sir. Tiddlywink. Woohoo. Watch me go.
We are riding into a place with scarecrows that tore these two apart.
Yeah.
Did you
Really
were you able to
quickly.
do anything really quickly? Can we get on side for that Nicholas? How much longer?
It's going to be about 2 hours.
Oh my god. Can you give me
with my
Sure,
little
I'm not doing this.
eye?
Yeah.
Can you give me 3 hours? That's all I ask. 3 hours.
Who are you talking to?
All
Me?
of you.
Oh. Well, I want to talk to Nicholas. He likes my jokes and thought I was a clever chicken, so I'm going to ride up with him.
Well,
Great,
before
that's
you go, Dale, do we have to ride with you guys and stay focused, or can we go by the Nicholas?
General, should we all stay on point for these 2 hours?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I'm losing it over here.
I'm going to ride up to Nick.
What, is he allowed to do that? Is what you're asking me?
Yeah.
Dr. Deputy asked Dell if he was allowed to go up to bother Nicholas or if he had to stay. And Dell had asked you if you wanted everyone to stay on point.
Yeah. I did, but I just in this moment, I was like, I'm not about to pick that battle before a real actual battle. So let him. Yeah.
Okay.
You should stay back here with us, Dr. Deputy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Back to the Black Knight.
Yes, goodbye. Hot dog. That's my catchphrase, by the way. Toodles.
Yeah. And Dr. Deputy might be good at I Spy, New Rogue, maybe.
Oh, okay. And then I just go over to Dr. Deputy and like, we'll take back. And then we just like go behind you guys. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Here's how it works. And I just explain the rules to him. I'm very engaged and excited.
Dr. Deputy is very excited about this. This is a game that is very much at his level. Leaving Tyler and Dell, the two acknowledged adults of this band, to have a 2-hour ride to try to strategize what they will do upon their arrival, knowing that their allies are at best insane or at worst villains. And that's the end of our first episode.
Yeah, that's accurate.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jester's adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, The Gata Family, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Dan the Welshman, Afflicto Gaming, Aiden, Beef Not Cheese, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.